Okay, I have had some success. Got the motor mounted, the chain hooked up. Looks like it's pretty stable. Clearance is not as good as I'd like it to be, but once again, this is just a proof of concept, just making sure it works. I had to hook up my reverse wire here. This green wire, this extra green wire right here coming out, and it's going to ground. If that's ungrounded, it goes backwards because this motor is supposed to be on the back wheel going the other direction. Anyway, I don't know how fast it's going, but it's pretty fast, and these batteries are weak. The scooter itself, obviously this speedometer is not going to do anything because it's connected to the scooter instead of a motorcycle, but it hit 40, freewheeling with no load. Normally it'll do about 47, with the load on the road about 40. So anyway, so here we go. That's wide open. The gear ratio that I've calculated, for every 1.5 turns of the motor up front, the back wheel goes 1 revolution. But because the back wheel has more, it goes further on 1 turn. I'm still not sure how that calculates, but hey, it works. I'm happy. Now, the only way I can do a road test, this is crazy. I have to take this controller out. That's the big metal box right here. I have to remove it, and all these batteries, which there's no way they're going to fit on this thing, at least not permanently. I'm going to get lithium eventually. In fact, I've got these real nice 80-volt lawnmower batteries. They're expensive. They came with a mower and a trimmer and a leaf blower, and one battery will power the scooter with no load. But as soon as you try to take it down the road, it'll pop the fuse. So, because it's only 2 amps. This thing needs about 30 amps. And I'm going to try to build a battery in lithium for this 40 amps. It's going to be expensive, over $1,000 easily, but if I get it to work, once again, this is just a proof of concept. That's 2,500 watt motor, which is the exact same thing back here. And this will go 40 miles an hour. This 300-pound plus vehicle will go 40 miles an hour with fresh batteries. These big, heavy, there's 5 in there, 12 volts, 60 volts total, and it's like 100 pounds extra just for the batteries. A lithium battery that I want to build is going to be like half that. Just got to figure out where to mount it. So, and I'm eventually going to put a real motor on here. But the fact that it works and the bike is very lightweight. So, once again, to get this mobile, I have to steal parts off the scooter. The controller, the throttle, I tried to salvage the one off the other bike, but I couldn't get the damn thing to come off. So I'm going to have to steal that. I'm going to move my speedometer over. It's a really nice $100 speedometer. I've had that on several motorcycles. It uses a magnet back here, right here, and then every time it sees this special bolt here on the disc brake, but I can hook up any magnet to the back wheel to measure that. I like to have it on the back wheel. I could even do it here. It's the same bolt as here, and I could just have it and then calculate every time that moves, every time that goes, it'll tell me how fast that's going, and then I just calculate the back wheel. That's probably what I'll end up doing. It'd be a lot easier. Because of most modern motorcycles, that's what they use. It's in the transmission. It's not on the front wheel. As you can see, this motorcycle is from 1993. It's going to have a speedometer cable right here, which is pretty archaic and analog. And the scooter has the same thing up front. That's in kilometers, and it's very outdated. It never did go 50, even though they claimed it did. It'd be lucky to go 40 fresh batteries, but I paid $100 for this scooter. That's crazy. Craigslist, $100, and I spent about $500 getting it all working in street legal. And yes, it is street legal, and you do need a motorcycle license. A lot of people don't realize that. You need full, you have insurance, motorcycle license, endorsement, whatnot, because it does go 40 miles an hour. It's not some electric bicycle. It's a motorcycle. It's classified as a motorcycle. Luckily, insurance is cheap, about $100 a year for liability for the whole year. Anyway, so it works. Look at that. I'm thinking it's got some torque there. All right, stay tuned. I'll figure out a way to make this thing mobile and do a road test.